Show where everything we do is non for real. And I'm your host, Chosen. And on the side of me, I got my ace, my dog, my son. Hey man, holla at him.
It's your boy Lil G, man, aka ATL Beats, man. What's going on?
And coming all the way down from the south side, was originally from Atlanta. My dog, my friend. Hey, holla at him and let him know what's happening, homie.
Hey, yo, what's going on, man? It is me, Timeless.
Hey, what's happening, y'all? What's good? Hey, we back in the building again, man. This time we don't have any guests. It's just me and my son. My homeboy Tay, he couldn't be with us again, man. They got a lot of stuff going on when it comes to them opening up their business. Some other stuff came up, so it is what it is. Hopefully he'll join us. He'll probably be on his way now, so hopefully he might just come into the studio when they get here and we don't be off of the air by then. But other than that, you got us too. Hey, listen. With that said, welcome to the Nah For Real show where everything we do is nah for real. You feel me?
Nah, for real.
And with that said, man, we're gonna get on the first topic of the day. The first topic of the day is going to be the Kobe shoes. The Kobe leak shoes, right? Let me pull these things up for you. Down right there.
They're so sexy, bro.
They are so sexy. Yes. Those are the leaked shoes that was leaked, and those are the ones that Vanessa designed, and they was not ever supposed to come out because they was trying to make things limited, and she wanted it to the point where everyone can have those shoes. Those are the one with I don't forget what they call them, but it's the Kobe's plus his daughter. And she did not sign a contract with Nike. Come to find out 6 days later, there was a basketball, don't quote me wrong, but a basketball player who was spotted wearing those, and she is furious about it. She's upset about it, which she had the right to be upset about it. And just trying to see what your intake is on the G. Possibly I'll give you my intake on it, and just want to talk about it, man, because it just lets you know how the companies are and how they act and what they do for money. But that's the first topic of it, man. If anybody got anything that y'all want to add in, you can call in on the Podbean. We'll see you on the Podbean. We will answer the phone call if you want to call in, or if you want to leave a comment or anything in down at the Facebook, you can, and we'll see your comments. So with that said, we're gonna get right into it. Here's my thing, man. Well, matter of fact, I want you. Like, what do you think about the leak, and how do you feel about the leak of the shoes?
Well, first off, Vanessa, she's like, I don't know how to put it. Almost like a proud, but I like the way she handled it, right?
Yeah.
Like, of course, because she knows what Kobe meant to people.
Yeah.
Period.
Exactly.
And like, I'm glad she's like one of the women that know that, like, she understands what Kobe meant to the world type jump. Like, it wasn't just like basketball fans or nothing like that. It was like Kobe was a figure. So like, for her to look out for people and be like, I want the shoes for everybody. Cause man, Lord knows, like, I be wanting some Kobe so bad, but like people would jack the prices up and jump, and it's just like, dude, I can't get them. So like, for her to even be looking out for people like that, like people like me type junk, it's like, man, that was cool of her, like for real. But then with Nike being shiesty or whatever, dude, it's like, dang, like that's kind of messed up type junk.
Yeah, that's my thing, man. With Nike being so shiesty, like you said, I like that the way she's handling it. I love the way that she's trying to make sure everybody, man, listen, Kobe was my idol. I love Kobe.
Facts.
I don't care what nobody say about him and Jordan. Listen, with him and Jordan, you want to say that he mimicked Jordan, whatever, and maybe he did. He did mimic Jordan in certain things. But the problem is that no matter who you mimic, the point is you still got to make the shot. And for him to be able to do exactly what Jordan did and better, made him my top dog. I don't think Jordan is better than Kobe. I'm sorry, y'all. Get out my way with that. Just like I don't think Jordan better than LeBron. Yeah. So I that's just how I feel, man. I love Jordan, but I just, he was hype. He was good in our days.
He was ahead of his time.
Yeah, and he was our hero. You know what I mean? But I mean, Kobe is something
Kobe
different.
Was different. He was an assassin.
Yeah, it's different. So
what's name was a little too laid back for me. I think that's probably why I didn't like him.
Who that?
Because Jordan. He was a little laid back, like compared to Kobe.
Yeah, Kobe
was more like that. I'm going to do this. Like
Yeah, and I think the
he
thing,
was too competitive for me. I like the competitiveness of Kobe. That's what it was.
I like the killer instinct. I like
This
the
man stayed in the gym. Like I was watching an interview, and this dude was like, "Man, I went to go work out, and Kobe's in there, and I'm working. He was in there. He was already like going hard. So I'm in there and I'm watching him. He's like, I worked out for about an hour, something like that. And he was like, I just sat there and I was watching him, and he was still going for 20 more minutes.
yeah.
And he was like, so I had to ask him. He said after the game, he dropped 40 on us, beat us. So I had to ask him, like, what drives you to go? He said, I seen you. He said, and I was prepared to show you. He's like, I was willing to stand there and show you, like, you're not going to outwork me. That's the type of junk I like to like, man.
Yeah, and I think too because he punished himself.
Yeah.
Like when he didn't do what he was supposed to do, he punished
Yeah.
himself. Which we don't really know what I know some of the things Jordan did that I heard, but you really don't know
There's not
his
too many people
because
saying stuff like that though.
yeah,
about Jordan.
but not even that is my thing. We didn't have cameras like we got now.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
but
saying.
I'm saying
So,
like because people seen what the type of work Kobe put in.
no, I know that, but what I'm saying is like even if you want to look at it and go, well, we didn't have the cameras like that. That's probably
Yeah.
why they came out. Regardless of the whole situation,
Nah.
I like Kobe. Kobe is my boy. But my thing is, when it comes to Nike, man, they know they shiesty. And it just lets you know, this is why I don't, when people get mad about stars saying, or athletes trying to get all their money, trying to get every bit of money that they can for themselves, this is why I'm for that. You know what I mean? And if they want to sit out or if they want to pout, if you want to call it pouting or whatever you want to call it, and he's getting $100 million and he want 200 million. Why not? When a company is making billions off you or making hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of millions off you. And my thing is soon like now, Kobe dead. Nike put them shoes out not only or they leaked those shoes not only for the point of trying to say, listen, we the big dog, we'll do it, but it was money too. You know what I mean? And my thing is, it just lets you know how money hungry people are. And I don't blame not one athlete for trying to get their money. If they getting it the right way and it's the right way to get it, I don't blame them. People be like, even in football, you know, I know this is kind of off topic, but even in football, how they get mad at some of the players who hold themselves or hold out because they want more money. I mean, think about it. You're making hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars. I only get 15 million, 20 million, 30 million guaranteed. The rest of the money ain't guaranteed to me.
Shoot,
You could cut me anytime you
don't
want.
even be getting that. Though.
No, but I'm just saying the guaranteed money will be no more unless you're a quarterback. And even the quarterbacks can have. But if you're a quarterback, you're only making 15, 20, 30, 40, 30 million guaranteed. You know what I'm saying? And people go, that's enough. No, that's not enough when a brand is making hundreds of millions of dollars off you. Not only just through your jerseys, but they're making it off your shoes, they're making it off your name, they're making it off of your what they call that, they're making it off of your off the stadium being filled because of you. So I don't knock when players want their money to the max and they want it, you know, especially in football, because you get knocked upside the head, man. It's showing proof that you have concussions and that you have issues with your brain or that you could have it. If you take so many hits, you get hurt, you can have an ending career. And they don't care. They move to the next person, but they still sell your product, but then don't want to give you the type of money you deserve because you're not playing no more. So, like I said, I definitely understand why she's furious. And then for them to leak the shoe and know the man that the man is gone and that he's dead, and then you turn around and leak the shoe. Like, how dare you do something like that? Like, that's completely messed up and completely it's just messed up for them to do that. You know what I mean? And for them to sit there and say, hey, look, we're gonna do it anyway. You know, I feel like that's not cool, man. And neither would it ever be cool for you to leak somebody. Then this lady lost her husband and her daughter, and you to play her like that. You know, they should be fined or they should be sued or something. I hope she sue them. Like, I hope she's suing for a lot of money, for real. But anyway, that's my thing on that with the Kobe thing. Now,
Dang.
how?
So 'cause I was reading this thing because
Mhm.
I was kind of looking into it a little bit more.
Mhm.
With her, she didn't even approve them to get made.
No,
So they
she
weren't
just designed them.
Yeah.
She didn't even prove.
No,
That's what
I'm
I'm saying.
I
Yeah.
didn't even know that. Like, I thought it was just one of those things where they had made the shoes,
Oh yeah.
but what's the name? You know, like, cause you know how like they'll make shoes and junk, but they, you know, all right, well, we're not gonna release them because we don't think the sales will be as much and da da da. But they'll have the shoes already made.
Yeah.
I didn't know that like, they weren't even supposed to be making the shoes at all.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So so like I said, man, the thing is that it's messed up. Like the shoes don't even supposed to be designed.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, not designed, but not even made. She just designed them. They had the things pulled up, but they're not even supposed to be. And for them to be on somebody's shoe and them to still make them, like, wow, how dare you? Like that's a spit in the face, like for
And they
real.
didn't even give them the shoes.
Yes, that's another thing. They didn't even give them the shoes or get them anything. Say, hey, listen, we decided to do this. We at least want to make it, and da 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 da. And then maybe one got leaked or something. Like, come on, man, for you to do it, like, wow, like that's seriously messed up. And if I was, but they're not gonna do this, and this is why we, and I hate to make it a racial thing, but this is why we as black people don't have the power that we have because they won't do it. But me personally, the athletes need to pull off or boycott or do something because of that. That was completely messed up. Yeah, that was completely messed up. And they should come together and say, you know what? We don't want this or we don't want that. Or whatever they need to do against Nike just because they did that. But of course, they're not going to do it because they're worried about their money. They're spending money left and right. They ain't took care. And that's another topic where you get all this money and then you spend it. And now you can't really do what you need to do to change things because you're worried about the next check instead of putting up money just in case rainy days and you have to boycott or have to do a strike. But like I said, man, that's completely messed up. You all got to forgive me, man, because I'm trying to work the computer and work things at the same time while we're sitting here and talking.
I ain't gonna lie though, it feels kind of weird not having another person,
not having a guest or whatever, and
we
especially
I guess it felt good.
Yeah, and I guess especially well, we got way more guests coming. I think what we want to do is we want to lay away from the guests for a little bit, and give you some topics and some things, and then come back with guests. We got hopefully, Lord willing, the pastors that we reached out to, they take us up on this. We got a couple of pastors, we got a couple of more Christian hip hop artists. We got other people that's coming that want to be on the show and people that's reaching out to us that want to be on the show. But we don't want to just be doing it back to back to back to back to back to back. I don't think so. Maybe y'all let me know what y'all want.
Let us know.
Should we do it back to back or should we skip some time and then give you us? And guess what? My son's supposed to be interviewing me as an artist. He's supposed to be interviewing me soon. So y'all will get me on now just as an artist, period. So get ready for that. Stuff like that. But anyway, we're gonna go to the next topic. I'm gonna let y'all see this video, right? Unless you got something. Nah. But I'm gonna let y'all see this video where this 12-year-old is actually just a news report. I might cut it off, but it's where the 12-year-old and the 14-year-old was shooting, had a shootout with the cops. And we're gonna go to that, man, and then we're gonna go to the next topic, and then we'll continue everything else out. But I'm gonna let y'all see that. Y'all gotta give me some time to pull it up because I'm doing this myself. So hold on.
Yeah, man, this is why y'all gotta donate. Donate to us, please.
Donate. We need some donate. We need some
get
sponsors
a team behind this, man. That's someone already pull it up. Boom.
All right, here we go.
We're getting our first look at the 12-year-old boy who cops say opened fire at deputies along with a 14-year-old girl. Today he was in court, and considering his age, it's hard to fathom the charges he's facing. Many news outlets have decided to show his face, even though he's a minor, because of the seriousness of the incident and the charges. Les Trent reports.
He looks like he could be in the principal's office for some silly prank at school.
Oh, it's playing through the thing.
We're getting our first look at the 12-year-old boy who cops say opened fire at deputies along with a 14-year-old girl. Today he was in court, and considering his age, it's hard to fathom the charges he's facing. Many news outlets have decided to show his face, even though he's a minor, because of the seriousness of the incident and the charges. Les Trent reports.
He looks like he could be in the principal's office for some silly prank at school. But this 12-year-old is in huge trouble with the law.
You're also charged with attempted first-degree murder of a law enforcement officer.
Travis O'Brien and a 14-year-old girl are accused of opening fire on cops during a 30-minute shootout.
Gunshot fired. Everybody get hard cover.
They were coming out to kill cops.
The 12-year-old did not speak during today's hearing, at which the judge referred to him as Mr. O'Brien.
Thank you, Mr. O'Brien.
Cops say the boy and the girl ran away from a home for troubled youth. They broke into a house and found 2 shotguns, an AK-47, and a handgun. When cops arrived, the girl reportedly said to the boy, "I'm gonna roll this down like GTA," referring to the violent video game Grand Theft Auto.
Shooting out the rear window toward my direction.
Deputies ducked for cover behind trees.
They just busted out the window in the back. Stand by. Female has a shotgun in her hand. Stand by. Put the guns down now! She's got the AK and the shotgun. She's wrapping it around the top of her neck.
Then came the stunning realization that they were being fired upon by children.
Hey guys, just hold behind hard cover. Let's not shoot these kids, man. Let's just hold on. Take our time.
10-4, they're shooting at me. She's re-racking around inside the shotgun.
All right, let's not engage them anymore. Let's not challenge them. Just hold behind hard cover. We're just going to hang out here.
You can hear one officer praying it doesn't end badly.
Let me do this.
You can hear the restraint of the deputies pleading not to have to use their guns.
Cops say the girl, seen in this photo given to the news media by her father, was shot and wounded when she refused orders to drop the shotgun and opened fire from behind a parked car.
You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, at least 10 bullet holes.
30 seconds later, young Travis O'Brien came out of the house with his hands raised.
They shot through the bedroom window. They shot from the garage door. I mean, this is like Bonnie and Clyde.
Now these juvenile Bonnie and Clyde desperados have to face the music.
You're also charged with attempted first-degree murder of a law enforcement officer.
So, I'm sorry, y'all, man. I'm still trying to run this thing and figure it out, man. I think we was muted at the beginning.
No,
you know,
it wasn't. It was cool.
was it? Okay. So this is the thing, man. I'm hoping, making sure, because I don't see any comments or anything, but making sure that we're on live at Facebook and YouTube.
We're on YouTube, yeah, and Facebook. I got the notification.
Okay.
So everything cool.
All right. So with that said, man, we want to get into that topic of the 12-year-old and the 14-year-old. And here's the thing. I don't know. I'm just looking at these times, man, and I'm looking at it, and it's crazy. Like, you have a 12-year-old, you have a 14-year-old that is shooting at cops, and her remark is just going to be like Grand Theft Auto or whatever, something like that. And I'm not going to say it's the gang's fault, because, you know, everything...
It's on the parents.
Yeah, everything is on them parents, man. If they bought it for them or if they let them get it, then it's on them. I think you have to talk to your kids and let them know what's real and what's fake, and let them know, you know, what's good and what's not. But some was up to where some was up in that parenting or in that home where if they felt like, and they had the heart enough to go out and shoot at cops, then something was going on in that family.
Yeah.
In that household. It had to be. Like, I don't care how much I got angry, how mad I got, you know, over people, and how much I want to fight or whatever. There were certain things you just didn't do because, one, not only the fear of God, but you had to fear your parents, or two, you had some common sense or knowledge putting you to let you know that's not how you handle it, or that's not how you should handle it. I don't know what happened there, but like you have a 12-year-old and a 14-year-old shooting at cops, like wow, like these times, like it's crazy. Like, I'm not understanding the whole situation. Like, I'm really not understanding why or where the parents was. And still to this day, now the dad was able to give them a picture of her, but where were you? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying you can watch your kids at all times because you can't.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that. But at the same time, like,
But you know, the thing was that I found out.
Uh-huh.
You hear that? But I found out that they weren't even. It was in what's the name?
What's
it was,
that?
It was like a foster home type jump.
Yeah, they was in a foster home. You're right. And so I take that back. They was in a foster home.
But I mean, I like.
But even then,
but my thing is like that goes to show, because even personally, we know a lot of people that have been put in foster homes that were not good.
Mm-hmm.
And that just goes to show, like, with government, police, whatever you want to call it, like, they got to know where they putting these kids.
Yeah.
Because that's why you got kids like that now.
Yeah.
So, like, y'all will go and look. I don't even know if they do it or not, but like, go once you drop the kid off, come back a month or two, like, do a random pop up. And just see if they still doing the same stuff that they showed you that it was doing, like when you drop the kid off to become a foster parent.
Exactly.
And then, like, ask the kids questions. Take them to a trip to Wendy's or something. I don't know. Like, just take them away from the house. Ask them, like, hey, what's going on? Like, what's going on in the house? Does she treat you nicely? Does he treat you nicely? Are they touching on you inappropriately? Like, what's going on? Tell me anything, and I'll make sure to get you out of there as soon as possible.
And that's, like, you're 100% right. I think, you know, they put them in these foster homes, and a lot of these foster homes don't care nothing about kids.
Yeah.
You know, they just want the money. All they want is what comes with the kid. And
not all, but most of them.
Yeah, not all.
A lot of them.
But that's what they want.
Yeah.
And a lot of them are pedophiles, or a lot of them are child abuse people, whatever you want to call it. And you find these things out later. So my thing is like it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, it's really, really crazy, man. And excuse me. It's really crazy how you take, like, okay, my thing is, like, I don't know what happened with the parents, but you have parents out here that's really about their kids. You know what I'm saying? They'll put hands on their kids that get wrong.
She even have random people that's out here about kids, though, too.
Yeah. And they'll check kids, but then you have the government or just the system who gets on those people and want to make it super hard for those people.
Yeah.
But then you have kids that are really going through, and it's like you overlook those people.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, come on, how dare you? Like, my throat is dry, but how dare you? It's crazy. It's really, really crazy, man, that we going through this, or that or that this situation is happening.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at the kids, and I'm like, man, my throat dry. I'm looking at the kids.
Some water real quick?
Yeah, just grab a bottle of water. Y'all have to excuse us, man. This is live. This is what we do. But and I'll keep for real. But my thing is that the kids, like, we're sitting here and we're looking at kids shooting at the cops, right? And my thing is, like, how do we sit around and let this happen? How did this even, come up and it happened? And it's like, this letting y'all know, man, that we have to get out here in these streets. We have to get out here and we have to really watch our kids, or watch other kids, because we don't know what they be going through. We don't know what's happening with them, what they thinking, how they thinking, if they getting bullied, if they getting picked on, or whatever is going on. We really need to get in these kids' life, but it's like we refuse to. And then you have things like this happening. Excuse me. And I don't understand. Thank you. I don't understand why we have these situations going on, or what are we doing? We'll sit and we'll gossip about what's going on, and we'll sit and we'll talk about it. But, like, how many of us is really getting out there and doing that? And I hate to have the same old preaching, the same old thing, but I'm saying, like, look at this. You have a 12-year-old and a 14-year-old shooting at cops for no reason. just decided to get up one day and shoot at cops. It don't matter who they shot at. It don't matter if it was cops. It don't matter if it was innocent bystanders. It's the point that they had enough nerves to get up and just start shooting.
And see, my thing is too, another thing, because I look at it like this, like, first of all, you don't know what them kids going through at school.
Yeah.
Then at the foster home.
Yeah.
Plus, you got to be careful what you say around kids too.
Yeah.
Cause like, if you talking around kids and you like, man, you know, dang, bro, another cop shooting, bro. That's why I hate cops. Da da da. You have certain kids that's gonna be like, bro, like, I hate cops too. Cause you don't know what kid looks up. Kind of in school, there was a couple teachers like I actually rocked with, like looked up to type jump.
Exactly.
So it's like
exactly.
You know, so it's like you don't know, especially with these kids being younger, like they easily influence.
Easily.
So it's like, dude, you got to watch what you say. Cause I know there's been plenty of conversation I done heard teachers have from elementary all the way up to high school that kids aren't supposed to hear.
Yeah.
So it's like, man, you got to know it. You got to know, like, you got to watch what you say around kids, dude. Cause like, them kids probably heard that from their parents. They probably heard it from not their parents, but the foster parents or whatever. They probably heard it from other kids. And then not monitoring what your kids watching stuff is like that adds on to it, dude. Cause like if they hear a lot of violence, see a lot of violence, then they gonna produce a lot of violence.
Exactly.
Cause that's what kids do. Anything that they consume, they're gonna put out. That's what anybody does, period, really. And why they say you gotta watch out who you hang with, because if you hang with a lot of bums, you're gonna become a bum. Hang out with a lot of idiots, you're gonna become an idiot. Like,
exactly.
So you just gotta watch what you put them kids around.
TJ said that the justice system is overrated. Crystal said that the justice system, TJ said that the foster care thing is overrated.
That's true.
Crystal said that the foster system is broken, just like the criminal justice system.
Yeah.
And that too many kids it's too many kids to replace. And it is. And then here's the crazy thing. Let me tell y'all something. Once those kids hit 18, if they don't have a home, they put them out.
Yeah.
They just put them out. That's it. Give them a little check. And I think they give them a little check and then they put them out.
And see, my thing, like, even with that, I feel like if a kid don't get got by 18, like get someone to really take care of them type jump, then what you need to do is even while they're in the foster home, I feel like what they should do is while the kids are there, give them job courses. Because I mean, if we're paying all these taxes and all that, I mean, obviously the money not going to the roads, because the Atlanta roads messed up still. You can go downtown Atlanta, catch you about 50 potholes. So obviously the money ain't going there.
Exactly.
Half of the parks is broke down and dried
exactly.
up. So they ain't going there. So put the money towards the kids at least, and like give them classes on how to keep money, how to take and become an entrepreneur or an employee, or learn how to get a job, learn how to write a resume.
Exactly.
So that way when they hit 18, when you send them out, if you give them a little check, they can kind of keep themselves afloat. Go get them a job. Shoot, they could probably be working a job while they're 16, save up till just in case. Once they hit 18, they can go buy them an apartment and be straight. But people don't do that. So then when they around all these bad foster homes or whatever, next thing you know, it's like kids become violent. Either they become violent or they become scary.
Yeah.
And both of them are dangerous.
Yeah. Because both of them can hurt somebody.
Both of them will kill, because one will kill out of fear and one will kill just because he wants to.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like, dude, like, you gotta do better.
Yeah, we really gotta do better, y'all.
Especially like Christians too. Like, dude, we gotta like really get out here type jump.
Yeah.
Like, have a thing, because like even in school, like they don't teach you half of this stuff. Like, you gotta go to certain special schools for that jump. Like, that jump lane, like me, right? I go to Shiloh. Well, I went to Shiloh. Boom. They wasn't really teaching you nothing. All it was math that you don't need, writing skills that you don't need, all this other stuff. I went to this other school called Maxwell. These folks taught you they was teaching you, they would give you like little sheets and junk about math and junk, but it was showing you how to save money, how to do this, how to write a resume.
Yeah.
They showed us how to use the math skills that you're going to need for these type of situations.
Yeah.
how to write for these type of situations, all that type of stuff. And it was like it gave you the tools that you needed to go out and be great and do something with your life. Even if you didn't take whatever you took in high school, like I did collision and repair, and I also did graphic design. I don't use either one of them, but it's certain things that they taught me that I still use and I put towards my music or that I put towards my job. And it's like fundamentally it helped me out a lot.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, like we got to put that in schools, period.
But see, and that's the crazy thing. You like, I don't know if they even have that like in certain areas. It's just certain areas that they can afford, but it needs to be everywhere.
What I'm saying, schools is funded by the government.
Yeah.
So why don't we have more of these?
That's what I'm saying.
And Christians, dude, I know with us, I'm not glorifying us or nothing like that, but I'm just saying, like, when we was 15 to 30 deep, it was a whole bunch. These was kids you talking about. I'm talking about the oldest was probably like 16, 17, all the way to the youngest being like 8 or 9. And we would say, all right, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. And all the kids would go out and hustle because this is something they wanted to do. So they go out, we hustle. We selling CDs, selling water, hot dogs, doing anything we can to make some money.
Yeah.
Bring it together and get stuff done.
Look, hold on, I didn't mean to fuck y'all, but TJ was saying, I'm just trying to read some of these comments. TJ was saying that, like I said, the 18-year-olds are placed, and they didn't even have that when they reach 18, they put them out, no place, or no plans. Just like you were saying, there's no plans, or nothing for them.
Half the kids in the foster homes don't even know how to read.
Yeah, and the thing is, here this is the thing. Like, even if you like what you were saying about the school you went to, Maxwell, put more of them out, or not even that. Like when we was growing up, what saved my life, or I ain't gonna even say it saved my life, what kept me on the edge, because I still went out and did my thing even after that. But what kept me going till they closed it down until some things happened was the teen center.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it kept me.
It gives you that environment of where you can be you. Plus, like, man, I don't care what nobody say, dude. I don't care how disrespectful a kid is, because I done seen like real disrespectful kids still appreciate stuff, dude. If you take and you give a kid a place to go and hang, not even just to hang, like they gonna respect everything that come with it. If 15 kids get on me, because there's gonna be a group of kids that's like, hey, bro, we really appreciate this. And if one kid come in there acting up, they gonna get on him. And they gonna say, look, bro, we don't do that here, bro. Chill. They gave us this. We cool with the lady, bro. It's respect. Like, ain't none of that here. And they gonna check them for that.
Exactly.
And it gets other kids in line, and it's like, whoa, like, dude, I ain't even look at that way.
You know what? Like what Crystal was saying, that we've been trying to put together something like this, what we're talking about.
Yeah, I didn't even know.
But either people are lacking. They either want the money, or they don't want to put in, or you always have everyone want to be the leader.
Yeah.
Instead of just following a chain of command or following in line, and then we all run this and do what we need to do. But everybody want to be the leader. Everybody want to be looked upon, and that's what causes the problem.
I hate
and
that
that's so
too,
yeah, I do too. That causes kids to not even want to be around stuff like that.
Man, bro. If you a Christian, bro, that junk shouldn't be nothing to just get up and be like, all right, bro, we all gonna get in this together, dude. We need to get this done. Ain't no point, bro. Ain't no reason.
My thing is, if you're not gonna do a footwork, put the money.
Yeah, like at least front the money.
This is the thing that's killing me about the Christian people. You have people like us that's willing to get out there, get our hands dirty, get our feet dirty, and step into. I don't know what that sounds.
Oh, hold on, I think I know.
But we are Christians. We are the type that is willing to put made for Christ. I'm gonna say made for Christ. Even people like TJ. I know some people, that's willing to put their feet in the mud, willing to get their hands dirty, feet dirty. And a lot of Christians ain't about that life. They either too scared, or they too scared. They too scared, or they too soft, or they're too lazy. And my thing is, why don't you be the one to say, you know what? I can't help or I am afraid, you ain't even got to tell us. Just if you are afraid, if you're scared, or if you just know this ain't your calling, why don't you say, you know what? I'm not going to be the one out there because y'all are doing it, but I know what I can do.
Yeah.
I can put the money up. I can say, you know what? My church, we're going to get together and we're going to fund y'all this amount of money a month. And then we're going to try to get other churches to fund this and to fund this so that we can build a system to help these kids.
Or be like, if you can bring the kids to us.
But that's the point. But see, that's the problem. That's the problem. Every church want the kid coming to them.
No, I know, but I'm talking about.
No, I'm not talking about. I know what you meant.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that's the problem. The reason why we can't get this because they feel like if they're not up under their church or they're not up under their power, then they don't want it. Instead of just saying, you know what, this is a system. This is like Made for Christ. They are a company which we are a group that collab with people that are different believers. And when I mean believers, like you have Baptists, you have Pentecostal, you have holiness, you have different people that believe that. I'm just saying we come from a different background. So, but we all come together.
That's what we based off of.
Yeah, but we all come together for one thing, and that's to save souls and then watch Jesus grow in people's hearts. So, with that said, you have soldiers that's ready to go out there, but yet you're so worried about them coming to your church and filling your church up instead of saying, you know what, I just want to be a part of something, or I want to put my money a part of something that I know. Like no one can sit here and say that Made for Christ don't be in those streets. No one can sit here and say Made for Christ don't go out there and help people. They can't. The proof is in the pudding. You can't say that. And I'm not knocking no other group or no other artist or anyone that I'm saying what we do on what we do. And so no one can sit here and say I don't know nobody. Sure. No, you know us and you know it. And it's just the point that you won't even. It's almost like a bill. You should look at these kids. I'm not looking at them like a bill, but say, you know what? My goal is to put $40 a month in the Made for Christ Foundation, and so they can go out there and feed somebody, or so they can go out there and help somebody. Okay, my goal is this: church, we need to get together. We need to put $1,000 a month. What is it going to take for us to own a building or to get a building and let them run it?
But I'm saying, even if you don't want to get us some money type junk, like you do it, or find someone you really locked in with and do it.
But 9 times out of 10, they're not going to do it.
No, I know.
They're going to have an excuse of why they can't do it with those people.
Yeah, no, I feel you. I'm
and
just
that's
saying,
my
like,
thing.
kind of like, man, one thing we all know, any Christian artist, any Christian period, like, they be trying to do stuff like this. You already knowing it be churches that ain't going to mess with you, or certain cliques and groups that ain't going to mess with you type junk.
Yeah.
Just because you willing to, like, let them know, like, they in the wrong type junk.
Yeah.
So it's like, shoot, if you don't like Made for Christ, then go mess with Elder Jones, go mess with Highlight, go mess with West End, go mess with K9, go mess with Mark, go mess with anybody that like you feel be out here and that's really trying to do stuff. Like, go put it towards them. I could care less. And this is just the God honest truth, man. I could care less if the money go to us or anything, because we know what it's like to not have money. So we come together, we hustle, we get the money, and we get whatever we say we're gonna do done.
Yeah.
Now, would it be lovely if someone would help us out? Of course. Like, I'm not willing to turn it down. But my thing is, dude, it's too many. It shouldn't be a reason. There should be no reason of why we have kids out here that can't read, kids out here that don't know how to bathe themselves, do all this stuff. Like, dude, this should be stuff that kids know.
Yeah, and my thing is, man, it's like TJ just said, you know, we said the same thing, but like TJ just said, man, if you ain't gonna do it, support the people that are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's my thing, man. These kids are losing their life left to right. Listen, I listen to everybody, but like you know the one we were just talking about, the bald head, the little dude, the one I tell you about, Gilly. Gilly said one thing. He said that that the he loved the new hip hop generation.
Yeah.
But he said the problem is that they don't respect the older. And he go, you old this, you old that. Shut your old self up. But he used another word, right?
Yeah.
And he told him, he said, you know what? He's like, dude, I'm glad that I lived to see 50, 40, 60 years old. You all are dying at a rapid pace
Y'all
at 20 years
you
old,
can't-
19,
yeah.
14, 12, 10. And they're dying because they have no guidance.
Yeah.
They're dying because they have nothing out there to look forward to. No one is helping them.
Yeah.
And here's my thing. You go to the kids, you try and help them. If they don't want help, you keep moving. And then you don't give up, because some kids just want to see that you're willing to fight for them.
Facts,
But then you have some that just not gonna listen. You have to learn how to let those go and deal with the ones that want it. But my thing is, you have so many kids that's being raised by kids. And then they're telling they parents what to do. They're telling their parents what they ain't gonna do. So they ain't listening to no one. Because if they disrespect their parents, you don't think they're gonna disrespect you. You get what I'm saying? In one part, TJ said it used to take a village. And he's right.
Yeah.
We used to have a village, man, everybody down the street. And I know you can't trust everybody.
No,
but see, here's the problem. Everybody want to use that excuse and say, oh, you can't trust everybody in the neighborhood no more. It ain't like it used to be. You know why you can't trust them? Because you ain't getting out there doing the footwork to find out who they are. Yeah. You ain't getting out there to say, hey, my name is Blase Blase, you know, blah, 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 blah. And we getting to know each other. That's what parenting did. They knew their neighbors.
But not even that, though. Like, you don't know who your kids hang around.
That's another thing. You just let your kids go out and don't even know, like, who some of their peeps are. Like, you know this. If I ain't never heard of that person before,
who they is,
I'm like, who that? And I'm, or not even that. I'm just like, man, I don't know, G. Or don't have them come here. Or don't have
about them. Like, you know, I don't. You know, I'll let you go anywhere, but this time I ain't feeling it.
Yeah. So, like, my thing is, like, I feel like this. I feel like if your kids can't bring their friends around, sum up. Yeah. Check them kids. Check them quick. Because if unless you are a parent that's doing something wrong at the house, and what I mean by that, like you're a child molester, you're doing this crazy stuff. If your kids are if they're not bringing their friends around, you need to find out why.
Yeah.
And you need to find out quickly before something happens. Like, for real, for real. That's my thing. Stay on your kids. Find out who they around. I don't care how much they get mad, how much they get upset, what they upset about. Because sometimes you can see things and God can give you things that your kids just ain't there. Yeah. And you can help them. So stay on it. I'm not saying take a 21-year-old and treat them like a baby. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, hey, G, where you going tonight? I didn't want to. Jill plays like, hey, Dad, I'm going out tonight. Or I'm going over Blase house tonight. Okay, cool. Hey, Dad, I'm going over such and such. Who are that? Oh, that. Like, why? I don't know. Who are the new person? I don't know, G, man. You sure everything good with this person? Yeah. Then next thing you know, they'll go out and then they either stop hanging with the person, or if they continue to hang with them and they ain't brought them to the house and said, Dad, I want you to meet him, or we want to bring him here, then now I'm finna start really questioning my son, like, who is this person? What's really going on? Because the problem is that one thing about me, my kids don't have no reason not to bring they friends over, because we just as good. And I ain't saying to be cool. I'm just saying that we don't.
Shoot, when we bring kids over, it's hard to
get them away.
Yeah.
So it's all the time. So my thing is, like, that's what I'm saying. Like,
but not even that though. Like, even with dang, I just lost my thought just then. I hate when that joint happens.
I do too, but you be on the roll and then you like,
yeah.
Hey. But yeah, so
I'll probably get it back. Hold on.
Okay, but that's my thing, y'all. We got to do better with our kids and how to raise our kids, and stop being one of them parents. Stop being one of them parents where your kids can't even talk to.
That's what I was about to say.
You know what I mean?
Make sure you build a relationship, like, cause, like, man, honestly, like, man, Pops, I can tell him, look, man, I'm finna go here, and this is where I'm gonna be at. He's like, all right, cool. How you know this person? Or if you know him, all right, tell him I said what's up or something. I got no reason to lie to my dad, bro, because I know the type of person he is.
Yeah.
Same thing with my mom. I got no reason to lie to her. So, like, you got it. And I know it's kids out here that a lot of their parents will not tell a lot of my parents at all, bro, just because of the respect they give them type junk.
Yeah.
So it's like, I done seen kids where they act a certain way, but when they come over here, it's like, dang, bro, like you don't be acting like this at school type junk, or you don't be acting like this when we be at here.
Yeah.
I'll be peeping that junk. So they're like, man, you gotta learn how to have a relationship, an honest relationship with your kid.
A healthy one. Yeah.
That's why I like Kevin Hart, right?
Yeah.
And I love that dude. He said the same. He do the same thing you do.
Mm.
He be like, you know what? I have my kid. I'll sit her down, and we'll have grown up talk. He called it something else, but I'll just call it grown up talk. We in this household we call it permission to speak.
Yeah.
So he said he can do the same thing with his kid, where it's like they can say whatever they want. He said now he knows he can tell the difference of when they abusing it.
Yes.
They just saying random
And you
junk out their
can.
mouth.
As a parent, you can.
You can tell.
Yeah.
He was like, and he tells like, look, if y'all do that, then look, you ain't gonna be able to do it no more.
Yeah.
Because you're abusing it.
Yeah.
He said 9 times out of 10 they don't abuse it though.
Yeah.
He said sometimes they'll get a little out of hand but it's because they're coming from a place of either hurt,
Yeah.
or where they really just want you to listen type junk.
Yeah.
And it's like parents gotta have it with their kids. Like it's crazy because you'll see a whole bunch of parents cussing in front of their kids, and their kids cussing in front of their parents, but can't sit down and have like an honest talk with each other.
Exactly.
Your kid can be out here wild and smoking and drinking with you on the back porch.
For real.
For real.
But y'all can't have a conversation. Like I've seen kids drink and smoke with their parents before, but have a messed up relationship with them. It's still you can't talk to them. Like, dude,
for real.
You can't have that.
Yeah.
Like if I'm able to smoke and drink and do illegal activities with my parents, but I can't sit down and be like, look, man, I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't like when you did this, or hey man, I like when you like, come up and do this for me and da 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 da. Something's wrong.
Yeah. Yeah.
Big time.
Big time.
There's a gap somewhere in there, bro. And like y'all don't be knowing like half of the junk y'all kids be going through.
Yeah, and that's the thing, man. Just because your kids smile don't mean they ain't hurting. I'm sorry to tell y'all this, but I feel like the more the kids smile, the more they hurting.
And not even that. You don't know what your kids go through outside of home.
No, you don't.
Come home, live the best life. You give them the best you can. As soon as they walk out them doors, it's wartime.
Yeah.
They back home. They back in the mud type. They back in the trenches because they got to go through kids. They got to go through a police. They got to go through this, that. Peer pressure is a thing too.
And it ain't just happening in the hood, man.
Nah, it's happening in the suburbs. Man, rich people
Suburban,
have this problem.
Middle class. It's going on.
And that's why, man, I thank God he put me in the position I'm in. Like, because I'm one of them people I've been through. I remember certain things as a kid that we had to go through.
Yeah.
Then even living here type junk. I've seen both sides of like going through it. Like we stayed in trailer parks. I still have memories of staying in the trailer parks, townhomes, then moving to Clayton. And then now we got this. And it's a blessing.
Yeah.
And then it's like, even the people I hung around, I've seen kids who had it way worse than me.
Yeah.
And I've seen kids that had it way better than me.
Yeah.
And I've seen kids that had it better than me succeed. And then I had seen kids that was doing better than me and screwed it up.
Yeah.
So it's like, even with poor kids, seeing them succeed, seeing some they have an opportunity, they just screw it up.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, a lot of folks don't be understanding, like, I don't care what you go through, how good you have it, how bad you have it, you always gonna go through something.
Yeah.
And people, a lot of parents forget that too. They forget that kids go through stuff too. Like, why you over here stressing about bills or stressing about why your man's not home or why your girl's not home at this time of night? You be thinking, oh, my kids don't go through that. They ain't got no problem.
Yeah.
But little do you know, kid getting robbed every week or kid getting picked on every week because of who he is or just because that's the way the world is type junk.
Exactly.
And parents be forgetting that, like, man, as long as my kids ain't worried about clothes, shoes, and them kids can be like, screw that. I don't want no clothes. I don't want no shoes. I want a relationship with my parent.
Yeah.
I want a relationship with someone I can open up to type junk.
Yeah.
Man, dude, I don't care if I wear some N1 flip-flop. I don't care if I'm wearing off-brand, no-name flip-flop Yeezys, pants, all that stuff.
And I want people to know he do that.
That's real.
He do that, so don't see him like, oh, you just saying that. No, it's true. Like, he got name brand stuff and he got unnamed brand stuff. So
if it look good, it look good.
Exactly.
But it's like, dude, like, Even I know kids that be like, dude, you can have all that. I just want a relationship. Even when they come over here, and this is not to brag on my parents or nothing, but ask any kid that ever came over here, even the ones that screwed up and put themselves in a bad position. One thing everybody has, I've heard all the kids say, even when I was younger, is, dude, you told me. I did mess up with it. You did tell me, man. And I wish I would have listened.
Yeah.
Or some of them come back, man, I'm glad I listened. I thank you for being in my life.
Yeah.
Like, if it wasn't for you, man, I probably wouldn't have been here type junk. And it's like, dude, like, even if you don't got kids, because I try to do this a lot too. Like, it was an incident when we came from the show. We went to that little Mexican restaurant that we went to a couple of times. It was when we had that U-Haul truck.
Yeah.
And we was in the car, me and Donald. And it's this dude going off on these kids. I'm talking about they getting out of the car crying. He in there cussing, the whole car shaking and junk. He in there by himself. He yelling at the kids. They get in. He cussing and yelling at them. I go over to him. I'm like, man, y'all good? Yeah. What's your name? Da da da. Okay, man. Like, y'all sure y'all straight though? Yeah. He had like that a lot. Yeah. I'm like, y'all want to talk about it? No, man. Or they'll and then one of them kind of talked to me a little bit. He was like, yeah, man. He just be doing junk. And I just like, duh. Like, man, look, I already know how to junk go.
Yeah.
Like, I done seen other kids go through this junk. Like, plus, I mean, I done kind of had it a little bit, not as bad as them, but I was like, it's like, you know, I had it junk. I went through that junk a little bit. So it's like, man, I understand. Like, I get what y'all saying type junk. Like, this. Can y'all talk to him? Nah, he not the type of person I like to talk to. Da da da. Well, find out who he can talk to.
Yeah.
Like, find someone who can. Like, with me, when I was younger, I can go straight up to my dad. At least I didn't feel like I could go straight up to him because I felt like he was always an angry person.
Yeah.
So what I would do is go to my mom's. Like, look, da da da. Like, man, da da da. She'll go talk to him because I know he'll listen to my mom's.
Yeah.
Or I'll go to talk to my grandma because I know he'll listen to his mom. Well, one thing I know my pops is like, moms is an untouchable subject.
Yeah.
Like, you touch your mom, you put hands on your mom, you talk to your mom's a disrespectful way. Anything bad towards a mom, dude, man, he even put that in me. Like, I don't play about that.
Yeah.
That's a mom, bro. That's a woman.
Yeah.
But like, I know I can talk to these people and they're gonna communicate it to them.
Yeah.
And it's like, kids be needing that. Show your kids, like, all right, look, I understand this, that. Because some people, like some kids, they'll go to teachers and tell teachers, like, look, I'm going through it at home. I ain't gonna cap to you.
Yeah.
Teachers,
trust me.
Half of the teachers brush it off. Well, you know, would you like to go talk to a counselor?
Yeah, and the counselor don't even have words for them. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, I understand you going through it or whatever, but I mean, I can't help you. Then you have some parents that some teachers that try to intervene and try to figure out what is really going on.
Yeah. And
it's like, bro, it's too many people in the world claiming to be Christian and they're not taking the steps for real.
Yeah.
Like,
and it's, hold on. I just want to say that, and it's crazy because I just had somebody call me and ask me to help their young. And we get this all the time. I promise y'all I'm not bragging. I'm just letting you know that we are in here. We're in this battlefield for real. Like, we be in it. And there's someone that hit me up. I don't have teachers call me and like, hey, can you just talk to him over the phone? And I'm like, you know, I could talk to him over the phone, but it's nothing like a face-to-face. It's nothing like
that's that difference.
Like, you have to have a relationship with these kids. You can't just, kids see people going in and out their house all the time.
Yeah.
If the mom is a hoe, they see a man coming in and out the house, or mom not having a good relationship with the man, or if the dad is a cheater,
same thing,
vice versa. Or if something, there's always in and out their home. People that they see, they're always in and out their life. So kids don't want that no more. They don't want you just to talk to them. They want you to show them. And my thing, and one thing about me, if I can't be 100% on with these kids, I don't want to be in it, because I feel like you can't just go. You might have one kid out of a million that you can talk to and it change him.
Yeah.
And that happened before.
My sister like that.
Yeah, your sister's like that. But that even happened before. I had someone hit me up. I won't put their name there, but I had somebody hit me up and asked me to talk to their son. I talked to their son. He stopped doing certain things, smoking, stopped doing certain things that he had stopped, was getting kicked out of school, ain't doing that no more. So I even talked to him and it changed. So I'm not going to say that don't work, but majority of these kids want to see you in their life.
Yeah.
The majority of these kids want to see that you really about that life.
Oh, yeah.
And one thing
Sure.
I can tell you is you cannot say that you are this and then be totally different on the phone or totally different when you walk in front of somebody else. You know what I mean? Like first you're a red chameleon when you're in the church, then you're a blue chameleon when you're in the street, then you're a green, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and
like,
see, I'm sorry to cut you
No,
off,
go
but
ahead.
it's one thing I've seen a lot of people post on Instagram and jump, and it's crazy because I don't be trying to be on Instagram like that. Like I really don't, because it's just not from social media. Ain't really my thing. But I seen I had went on there one day. I was just scrolling through, looking at people jump, and the one thing I seen that popped up a lot too. I hope this stops with my generation, and then it showed club throughout the week, Sunday, church Sunday.
Yeah.
And I was like, dang, like kids wanted to see our generation break the let's go smoke a blunt, let's go rob some folks, let's go do some stupid junk, illegal junk, let's go sin, whatever you want to call it. Then when Sunday hit, oh, yeah, man, I love the Lord. God is good all the time. Jesus is the best. You know, I would never do nothing to hurt him. And then go back in the streets next day and do it all over again. And I'm like, dude, like, kids is literally telling you, like, we don't want this no more. Like, we want to break this. But what happened?
Yeah.
They see it all over again.
Yeah.
With their parents. So it's kind of like, it'd be hard to break junk when you're seeing it 24/7.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Like, you got to practice what you preach, man. You have to.
Yeah.
I
said I ain't even finna count. Like it be, dude. I struggle. Like even when we was talking about the whole music situation.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I ain't gonna lie. I do still listen to music, like, cause that's just what I grew up around. That's what I know. Plus, it's not even that. It's just I struggle with it.
Yeah, and
Like,
but
no
my thing,
excuses,
but see, that's the thing, is knowing it. And if music had to the point, like the only thing, like even and we being 100, the only thing I see music dealing with you is like when it was your anger.
Yeah,
and it's like you're talking now. You know what I'm saying?
Chill now.
So it's more of a.
But I'm just saying, like.
I'm just saying, like, with music, like, my thing is like you're young.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, let's just be 100. You're young.
Nah, see, but
you know what I'm saying?
But
like,
see, like my thing, and that's one thing. Like, man, I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna cap. I hate that junk.
Yeah.
Like,
I hate what?
I hate when people, because I get what they saying, but at the same time, it's like, dude, I'm old enough to know right from wrong.
Yeah, but the problem is where you're at. You're in
I
an
know.
environment where, like with me, I'm older, right?
Yeah.
I don't have to listen to the music.
No, yeah.
Like when you are like, and even then, when I'm cleaning, you know, I turn some music on.
Yeah.
So it's like music is a big part.
Yeah.
It's a big part. And this is not making any excuse for my son, because he know how I am. He'll tell you how I am about music.
I just hate excuses, period. Like,
yeah, I feel you. And it's like, just get it together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, just get it. But that's the problem. If God made us perfect, then we would need him. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's the thing. But my thing is, I prefer you to be listening to music right now instead of me having a headache of phone call. Your son just got locked up. Your son locked up for this. Your son, man, yeah, I understand what I took my mom through. My mom went through hell, man.
And then back again.
And didn't know. My mom had to literally just leave us to the street, dog, and just pray.
Yeah.
And that's it. Because, man, like, I'm sorry, moms. Like, for real. Like, I know I took her through it. Like, you don't understand what you take your family, your parents through until you have kids.
And then it's not even that. Like, even your sisters. Like, oh, sorry. I'm
pull it up towards you.
But
when you sit
like,
back.
even like your sisters, like
Yeah.
you, like me, right?
Mm-hmm.
it's funny because like when it was me, when I was doing stupid junk, I was like, dude, this affect my sister's type junk. It wasn't even like really don't know this affect my parents.
Yeah.
I didn't see that till I got older.
Yeah.
And it's funny because it's like we the same, but we flip a little bit in certain situations. Like, like with you, it was like, dang, my mom's type junk. Like, but with me, it was more like my sister's like, dude, if I screw up this way, this junk happen. It fall on my sister's type junk.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, I'm screwing them up. And then it kind of got to a point where I'm like, dang, all right, I got to straighten up. And that's like one main, and I think that's why like God put him in my life, because he knew like if I have sisters, like if I didn't have siblings, or I'd be a totally different person. Like, and I know I would, because it's like I know what I went through type junk.
Yeah.
Like when going to alternative school or whatever, I know that would have messed my sisters up.
Yeah.
Because I know now they got to worry about, bro, is G get into a fight? Is G going to jail? Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
And I know what that do to them. So it's like, man, like, can't do that to them.
Yeah.
Then it got to a point where I start hearing, y'all are a reflection of us. So however y'all act in public, that reflect on the parents type junk.
Yeah.
Then that's when I was like probably about 14, 15, when I really understood what that meant. And I was like, dang, like, I'm out here acting, cussing, disrespecting teachers and all this type of stuff.
Yeah.
And then they think like my parents is the reason why I'm acting like this or that. And I'm like,
yeah,
hold on, bro. Like, that ain't cool.
Yeah.
Because I know my parents done did too much for me. And plus, even if I had like, even though I like seen y'all as the bad guy type junk,
Yeah.
it was like still like, bro, that's my parents. Like,
Yeah.
I'm
And that's
making them
crazy.
look bad.
And it's so crazy because when we came to school or something, the teacher would be like, dude, this is who at your home? And
Yeah.
you acting like that. And it was like, you know what? And it's crazy because when my son, and I don't know if you mind me telling you this.
I don't care.
But like my son had brought some razors to school. Right? He had brought some razors to school and they suspend him. And they finna get ready to, they was taking it to a whole nother level. And the teacher came in, and usually like me, like it's going to a point where it's just like, okay, nigga, you want to act crazy, I'm finna show you crazy. But some told me not to even do that. Some just told me to look at him, just come on. And he told me, he was like, when you did that, it was like, whoa, something's up. Like, he ain't snapped, he ain't said nothing. He just looked at me with like kind of like disappointment.
And from my perspective, it was like I screwed up.
Yeah.
Like I knew I screwed up. Like it
Yeah, like
wasn't
he ain't
it
saying
wasn't even like I know Pops is finna get me type screwed up. It was, dude, I screwed up. Like I just disappointed this man.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I do not like, bro. I do not feel like I don't like feeling like a disappointment type junk.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like that junk hit.
Yeah. And
boy,
and after that, it was like straight up hill from that. You know what I'm saying? And
I had that one slip up cut.
Yeah,
and it wasn't even really my fault type junk. I
Yeah.
just wasn't thinking.
Yeah.
When I brought I ain't gonna count. I had like 2-3 weeks later. No. Whenever I came back from suspension, like 2-3 weeks after that, I had brought some, what were they, the meat cutter scissors or something like that.
Yeah.
I needed some scissors for school. I ain't have none. So I brought them. And I wasn't thinking like, I'm sitting here like, bro, these are some scissors. Like, ain't nobody finna say nothing.
Yeah, like ain't
about
nobody tripping about that. They scissors,
Yeah.
just like other scissors.
But then folks was talking about this one kid. I ain't even finna say that. But I shouldn't have the scissors. He said I was finna cut him or something. I told the kid that I said I was finna cut him. The teacher caught him on me and ended up nice enough to call my parents and like not tell the school about it. Just call my parents and was like, look, he brought this up to school. Can we talk to y'all and figure out what's going on and da-da-da. Shout out to that teacher, but yeah. And it was like, it was on some not even thinking, but after that, I was like, dang, okay, I got to start thinking now.
Yeah.
And then that's when that came in, like, bro, you got to start thinking before you do
Yeah.
some dumb junk.
Yeah.
It's like just that easy. Like, these folks just give you a chance. And I remember even when I went to the disciplinary hearing, it was like a little court thing to figure out if I was going to go to that thing. I was like, I told the dude, and I meant it too. I told him, I said, my fault, sir. Like, I'm not going to screw up again. I won't. I promise you, I got you. He said, all right. He said, if you screw up, you coming back here, no question to ask. And they might press charges on you. He was like, you getting kicked out of school. Because I was on the Rule 12, which means any type of write-up, that's it.
Yeah.
So it's like when that situation happened, I'm thinking like, dang, bro, like I really screwed up. Like I wasn't even thinking. I'm like, bro, these are. So then it's like, that's when it kicked in. Like, dude, you got to start thinking.
Yeah.
You like honestly got to start. And it's like, dude, like, nah, I couldn't do it.
And it's crazy, but like even getting back to what we was talking about, parents, like
Yeah.
we got to start, like us as parents, man, we got to start hearing our kids. Like let your kids talk. Stop getting mad when your kids tell you the truth about yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's the thing. One thing about me, what I do not like is when a kid say something out of anger, because I'm like,
boy,
you have you have a chance to talk to me. Like my son to tell you, like it was more like it wasn't that I'm mad, and then they felt like they couldn't talk to me, but they didn't understand that what I didn't want you to do is say it out of anger. I wanted you to say it when I say, okay, we permission to speak. We say whatever you want. Okay, then say whatever you want. I don't take it that way. Yeah. But it's when now you're getting disciplined and then you say some crazy stuff out your head. Yeah. I didn't like that. And I don't think no kid should say that, just like I don't think no parents should say stuff out of anger. So my thing is when they do talk to you, and I think that was the thing with my mom's, man. That was the problem with my mom's. Like my mom was a great mom, but at the same time, my mom had some flaws.
Just like everybody else.
My mom was the type, like when we said something, she got upset, and it's like we couldn't talk to her. And that's one thing I said to myself, that I will always let my kids be able to talk to me no matter what. As long as you're not saying it out of anger, you're not being overly doing things that you should, like, you know what I'm saying? Just
as a parent, you're gonna know. Really as anybody, you're gonna know if it's coming out of a disrespectful place
or hurt,
or I want you to just hear me type of.
And that's my thing. I always wanted my kids to talk. I'll let them talk, and that's one thing as parents. So if there's any parents that's watching, I don't care. Even if you think, oh, my kid's cool, my kids they talk to me, dude. There's something that you're screwing up.
Yeah,
there's something that you're messing up, or something that you're not getting right. Yeah. Try to be the best parent. Find out what that is. You're always messing up somewhere.
Yeah. And then even with what's name, like from a kid perspective, like, dude, even at a young age, I don't care if your kid is 4 or 5 years old. It's always something they're dealing with.
Yeah.
Like
always.
People don't understand that. Like, dude, 5 years old, you can deal with some stuff like mentally. It don't even gotta be no physical. Like, kids go through a lot of junk, period. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, parents be don't knowing, bro. Like,
and then they're not even that at the age of 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You probably don't say some stuff that you don't even know bothering your kid.
But then I was just about to say that too. I was about to say, like, it'd be some stuff like you'll probably say around your kid, or your kid done seen that you don't even know. But like, it's been things that I brought up to my dad. He like, how the heck you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't even remember like, when you did that.
And that's things that we just wipe off, but to somebody else. And we know it because there's times that us as parents, that our family or our parents just did something and it traumatized us or caused something to happen to us mentally. And then we keep it. And then when we tell our parents be like, I don't remember that, because it wasn't nothing to them, but to us it was. Yeah. So if you know that happened, then you got to understand that it happens to your kids too. Yeah. So again, and don't get mad when your kid tell you, hey, why you say you don't like stealing, but you were just over here stealing. Like when they call you out on it, don't get mad. This is the thing that killed me about parents. They tell their kids, tell the truth. But then when the kids tell you the truth, you get angry.
Yeah.
So, and then what kills me too, when a parent tell you act like such and such. Boy, and then you find out such and such was not who you really thought such and such was. But not even
that though. Like, dude, that demoralizes a kid on a whole nother level.
Yes.
Why don't you act like your sister or your brother, or why can't you act more like your cousin? And that junk hit a kid different, bro. Because it's like,
Yeah.
whoa, like if you ain't never been through that, bro, you won't understand. I ain't gonna lie, because that's just some different junk. But that junk, especially if you keep doing it, that junk get annoying. It make you angry.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what it is about that, but that's a whole nother like
Yeah.
pain situation.
Yeah.
Anger, whatever you want to call it, but that's a whole nother level of it, whatever.
And that's the thing. It's like you want to tell your kids to act like somebody. Why don't you act like somebody?
Yeah.
Now don't get mad when your kids they want you to be more like blase. And that's the thing. Like, okay, like this. Like the old generation, they has this thing where they get mad or get angry when the kids say they lie. And I used to be like that. You know what I'm saying? I used to be like that.
Boy.
And my wife was like, one time, my daughter, it was something we was doing. And my daughter was like, no, I'm not gonna do that. Or something I said. And my daughter was like, you lied. You are gonna do it. And I'm like, whoa, partner. Who you calling a liar? But the problem is I did lie. It wasn't nothing like lying, like, oh, it was something we was playing or something we was doing. I don't know what it was. And Krista looked at me and we went in the room or whatever it was we did. And she was like, think about it. But you did lie. And all you tell your kids to be honest. And all they was doing was telling you lying. And I had to get rid of that quick because I brought that old generation into my home. The old generation hates a kid to call them a liar, but yet you are lying.
Yeah.
Like, how do you expect a kid to, like, okay, this is what used to piss me off is that you're telling me not to say anything, don't call you a liar, but yet you lied.
Yeah.
So what am I supposed to do? Just sit up and play like you still tell the truth? Now I'm lying. You get what I'm saying? But you tell me not to lie. We forget that we instill things in our kids and our kids don't do it. Our kids are nothing but like computers. They're going to soak up, or like a sponge, they're going to soak up anything that you give them and they're going to mimic whatever you give them.
Even the Bible tell you that, like, even train a child in the way that they should go.
Yes.
Which obviously means, bro, whatever you got your kid surrounded by is what they're going to become. And that's what they're going to know.
Exactly.
Even like with people, like whatever you want to call it, people in the hood, broke people, whatever you want to call it, bro. It's people out here that be like, dude, outside of Atlanta, bro, I ain't know what was what. I ain't know what Athens was. I ain't know, like, even with us when we was talking about, we didn't know what Snellville was. We didn't even know what a Gwinnett was.
No.
Like, and it's like the biggest county in Georgia.
Yeah.
And it's like people honestly go through that junk. Like, dude, so it's like, man, I don't know. People just gotta listen, dude. People got to understand where people come from. Christians got to understand that, dude, whatever you surround your kids with is what they're going to become. Like, if you got people come in and out of your house, and I didn't even want to say that, it's one of two things that's going to happen. Either your kid's going to become whatever he's around,
yeah,
or he's going to be totally against whatever he's around.
Yeah.
Because I know there's certain things like even as kids, everybody has done this, no matter the adult you've been around. When I get older, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to treat my kids this way when I get older.
Yeah.
I'm not going to treat such and such this way when it comes to me. And it's like, you do it though.
Yeah.
A lot of like you said, a lot of older generation, like, it's probably some other things that done happen with you that you was like, man, I'm not going to do this. And then end up coming to find out, like, you did it.
Yeah.
Even if it wasn't in that sort of fashion or whatever,
yeah,
you still done
it. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing, catching it though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Catching
Cutting
it
it
and
off.
finding it out and cutting it. Like, we always be talking, like, people don't understand what a generational curse is, and they don't understand what it means when you say generational
They don't
curse.
understand that's the real thing.
Yeah. But my thing is, when you say generational curse, that means you have to cut that snake head off. That means you have to you have to be willing to be reopened again. And you have to be willing. Like, people are just like a sore, right? You either a healed sore or you are an infected sore.
Yeah.
And most of us, 90% of us are a infected sore in some kind of way. So you have to reopen that surface, bring it out before it can be clean. It's just like a real sore. If you don't properly clean a sore, it's going to get infected. You might have to cut the arm off, or you might have to cut something off, or you might have to do whatever if you don't clean it the right way. And that's the same thing like a person. If we don't reopen what hurt us to clean it out so that we can deal with it,
Yeah.
then you're going to continue to go around with that sore, and it's going to be infected.
Yeah.
And then when it be infectious, it's going to cause a problem to where you rub it off on other people that not want to be around you, people that can't stand you, or you're lonely, or
you get too deep into it.
Yeah, or you can't help nobody because you're dealing with demons and dealing with things that you would not clean out. And that's the thing. We are an infected sore. Our sore is infected, and we need to clean it out. And we need, sometimes you get cleaned out by your siblings. Sometimes you get cleaned out by your kids. Your kids will show you where you're infected at in certain times. Your wife will show you where you're infected in certain places. Listen, society will show you where you're infected in certain places. The problem is we got to be willing to see, dang, that's infected.
Yeah.
Let me clean it.
And deal with it.
And deal with it. But we don't. And I ask God all the time. I remember in church, right? When we used to go to this church, they used to sometimes God would give them something and they would speak it and say, you know who you are.
Yeah.
And some people knew who they were. And I used to beg God. I used to ask him, God, if there's anything in me that you don't like, call me out.
Now look,
let them call me out. And God said, you know what? He did it once or twice, but God dealt with me a different way.
Yeah.
Because he knew me. He dealt with me through y'all.
Yeah.
He said, okay, I'm going to take it away. I'm going to take this away, and I'm going to bring you home. And I want your kids, let's see how hard you take it and what you do then. And he used y'all to clean out things that was in me. He used my wife to clean out things that was in me. We're still working. Yeah. But the thing is that when you want that stuff really cleaned out and you really want it to happen, God's going to give it to you, but he's going to give it to you through the worst person. And what I mean by that is the person you can't stand or the person that makes you super angry.
Hit that one spot.
That can hit that spot is the one that he's going to use because he knows that, it's cool. It's cool if Gianna do it to you.
Yeah.
You're like, Gianna, whatever.
Ain't nobody stand her.
But when your dad do it to you, it's like, whoa, dad, you know what I'm saying? Or when your brother, whatever, somebody that really can hit that niche and really get at you. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing with us. We want to hurt that person instead of looking like, oh dang, that's what I asked for, God. I was asked for you to bring that out.
Like when you like, people don't be understanding, and that's another thing I seen. People don't understand, like, you be going through what you prayed for. Like, if you pray, God, man, let me get this job, or let me get a job, and you get rejected by 10, you don't understand that that's not the job that God wants you to work at.
Yeah, exactly. What's the name said? I can't pronounce her name.
Alana.
That's
Miss Alana.
Oh, Alana. Okay, hey, how you doing, Alana? Alana said that it is a generational behavior, not a curse. And you're right.
Yeah, put it like that.
But we're so used to calling it a generational curse, like we're cursed. And then you're right, it is a behavior.
Yeah.
But go ahead though.
I'm sorry. What's up, Alana? But that's, but people forget, like, dude, I pray that God, you call me out.
Yeah.
But then when God call you out, you so quick to forget.
Dang, so
this
quick
is
to
what
snap.
I asked for.
Yeah.
And that's one thing. Now, that's one thing I can say that Brother Salsa said that stuck with me when he had said it was a dude that came up and said, dude, I want to be like you. Like, you're what I inspired to be like.
Yes.
And you remember when he said he prayed for him, he said, God, let him go through the things that I've went through.
Mm-hmm.
And the dude was like, hold on. Like, why are you praying for that? If you want to be like me, then you have to
go through what I go through.
Same thing with
Exactly.
Jesus. People forget that when you when you say them words, God, I accept you. You are my savior. Whatever type of word you say to accept Jesus into your life,
and you say, I want to be like you.
Yeah, people forget what Jesus went through. Then it's like, boy, God, why am I going through all this stuff? Like you da da da, and you said this and da 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 da. You asked to be like me, didn't you?
Exactly.
So you got to go through the spits, the whips, the beatings, the hangings,
Yes,
all this stuff.
Yes,
and then it's like, whoa, like my fault, God, I'm tripping.
Yeah, and here's the crazy thing.
That y'all hit different.
Yeah, it hit totally
When
different.
you think about it like that.
Here's the crazy thing. You ask for this stuff, right?
Yeah.
And then when it happens, you get angry. God showed me something. He showed me in a vision. And well, not even a vision. He woke me up one night. And he said, I want you to feel just a little bit of what I feel.
Yeah.
I tell everybody
Yeah, I
this because
remember he told me that. Yeah.
promise y'all, what God made me feel, I could not handle it.
Yeah.
I started crying. I told my wife, I was like, I don't know what this is. He let me feel what he feel every day.
Yeah.
And how and just the pain and the man, it was so much. It's like almost like I just want to just be like, God, take me out because I can't handle this.
Yeah.
It was so much hurt from people, so much pain and so much this. Then God also turned around and said, now I'm going to show you how to love. I want you to see what it feels like to love.
Yeah.
And I just started crying. I was like, what is this feeling like?
And
whoa.
It's crazy because like I ain't been through that, but I thought about it, right? Because I be thinking about this every day. I'm like, dude, like, I be telling folks, man, like, bro, I'm sorry. I be telling folks, I'm like, bro, like, I got you. Whatever you need, type John, bro. I'm with it. I'm down. I got you, bro. As long as you ain't on no stupid John, I'm gonna tell you whenever you're doing some dumb John, I'm gonna let you know, like, bro, don't do that.
Yeah.
Right. And I thought one day I was like just chilling, and I thought about it. I'm like, bro, I'm quick to be loyal to these folks. But in the person that saved me and that really brought me out and actually changed me and was really there for me no matter what type junk was like, I'm being super disloyal to him.
Exactly.
And it's like, bro, when I thought about it, I'm like, I'm screwing up.
Yeah.
Like, God, like, I understand you saying that we humans and we imperfect, but dude, I don't like this junk. Like, my bad. Like, dude, get this out of me.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna cap. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and make up no type of story, no lie. But I get mad at God. I be like, bro, like, you understand, dude. I don't want to be the most loyal person. I want to be, not even saying I want to be that guy, but it's like, dude, I don't want to screw up with you. Like,
yeah,
dude, you really helped me type down. Like, when I asked for something, you gave it to me. Like, no question. Dude, I'm like, God, help me with this. Then I go fight some people, get mad, cuss people out in my head, killing them in my head, doing all this crazy stuff. And it's like, he'll still do it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, like, you good, but it's
that's what people forget.
I hate that junk.
Yeah, but that's what people forget. That's why God is who he is. That's why Jesus is who he is.
That's what separates him from us.
Yeah. And the thing is that if we look at people through God's eyes, and that's what I've been doing,
but
man.
See, and it's crazy.
Oh my God.
I think that's another thing that kind of like kept me right. God knew what he was doing, bro. That's crazy. Like,
yeah.
But I remember when we was younger, dude. We was probably like, I was probably like 11, 12. And my mom was teaching Bible study thing. And she was like, y'all see these weird looking things? Like, put them on. He's like, these are called God goggles.
Yeah.
This is seeing the world through God's lens.
Yeah.
Right? Then she started going into the movie Green Lantern.
Yeah.
And she was like, y'all know how in Green Lantern he got the ring and da-da-da-da? That was God choosing him and sending the angels to choose him and give him his powers and da-da-da-da. And you remember when he had to go fight that big dangerous thing that no one else could stop but him?
Yeah.
He's like, that's God showing you like you can fight off whatever it is and da-da. And then it's like, ever since then I started looking at junk like, how can I find God in this?
Yeah.
Like, what is like? I promise you, no matter, even with movies and junk that I watch, no matter like what I do, even in sports, all that junk, like I'm like
that's a totally different subject.
No,
I know. I feel what you're saying,
but I'm just saying like
the world I understand what you're saying.
Seeing the world through God's lens,
yes,
dude, you'll see it totally different.
See it totally different. It won't be what you want.
Yeah,
it'll be what God wants.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. I remember one time when I was at this meat market and I was like maybe a year in of being saved, maybe. And this dude, this Spanish dude, he kept overlooking Crystal. And see, a lot of people, a lot of people have a lot of people have an issue where me and my wife were and that's another topic to talk about that we're going to get on. A mixed couple. Me and my wife is a mixed couple, right?
Yes,
she's white, I'm black. Yeah, I know
and
a lot of people know that.
Baby.
But we in certain situations, like when we go to an all black area, all black place,
they hard.
Not even that, they overlook Crystal. Like she ain't supposed to be here. And there's certain things that they'll do.
A lot of women be jealous though too.
Yeah, oh yeah. But it like they'll overlook her like you ain't supposed to be here, and they'll play her like in a certain way. And I see it, and it's like I call it out. And I'm ready to check that person, or because you're not gonna play her just because she's white or because you feel like she ain't supposed to be here. I don't care if she's white, Mexican, Chinese, Puerto Rican, whatever it is. You're not gonna do that just because we are in a all black. And that ain't just happen there. It don't happen in the white community. It happen in the Mexican community. It don't happen a couple other places. But I'm just saying at this particular moment, right? We're at this place, and this Mexican dude is overlooking Crystal. She's got her little number and everything and all that, and he's overlooking her. And my wife, one thing about her, she's a very patient woman. It takes a lot to piss her off, and she's a very patient woman, and she's a woman that like she always looking through God's eyes and always treating people like there's no wrong. And that be pissing me off because I'm like, Chris, there is wrong. They should have. It's just a lot, but she looks at people like there's no wrong. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, he was overlooking her, and I checked him. And I went off on him, and he gave me a look, and I was ready. I was about to grab him from over the counter and put hands on him, and I walked away. See, I'm the type of person, before I do anything, I walk away, and then if the situation come back to me, then it might be a problem because I'm walking away from it to leave because I know what I'll do. But anyway, I walk away. Man, God ate me up. Before I left that store, I went back to him and apologized to him and asked him, could he forgive me? Because I had to look at it through God's eyes, and I had to look at certain things, and God's like, look, all these times you don't did this and did that and did that was you doing that to your wife. So how you gonna get mad at him because he's doing it? And I forgave you, and I gave you mercy. I didn't just take you out this world. I didn't just do this to you. I didn't do that. I gave you another chance to get it right. So you got to give them another chance to get it right. And I went and I apologized to them. And I look at a lot of people, and these first year or two, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I struggled. The first year or two when I was saved, I struggled with a lot because I'm used to handling things in the street, and I'm used to sending some goons at you, or I'm coming to see
handling
you and handle it totally different. So that's how we did, but I had to start looking at things through God's eyes, and I had to start looking at it through the love of his heart. And my thing was, man, it feels so great when like someone do something to you, this lady, or it's a lot of things where it don't happen where people said something or did something, and then they have to come right back and apologize, and I'm not saying the apology feel great. I'm saying that God dealing with their heart.
Yeah.
And I'm saying that
you know what's going on.
Yeah. And it's like, man, I look at people now, and it's like I look at people and I just go, man. And I won't even do anything or say anything. I just start praying for them or something like that because I understand. And it's like, I'm looking at you like, how would God handle this situation? You get what I'm saying? And I'm not saying, listen, if somebody spit in my face or slap me in my face, I'm not saying that I'm gonna look at it through God's eyes. Because my instinct might hit back. But I am saying that majority of the time, I'm looking through God's eyes, and I'm looking to a point where it's like I gotta handle it different. I gotta show them the love of God because they're already looking for us to mess up as Christians. They're already looking for the Christians to be cussing and smoking and drinking and busting heads, and they're not real Christians. We already got that. We already got that. All we do is live a lie.
Yeah.
And I look at certain things. Like I even look at certain things, and I know my mom sometimes took things to a whole nother level. But I look at how she stood firm on God. Like when God told her not to do nothing, she didn't do it. She don't care who she hurt. She don't care who got angry. She don't care who got upset. She don't care how people. she stood on whatever. If God gave it to her and he told her not to move, she did it, no matter who. And I always want to be like that. Like, I want to be a person where when God tell me something, I do it. There's no fear of me talking it, speaking it, or standing on it. And when God tell me to love, I love. Like when he showed me how to love, I want to love just as hard as I want to be a person that stands on what I stand on.
Yeah.
And like, but just going back, but that's the thing. We have to. It starts in our home. There's no way possible you can go out, because eventually it's gonna break. There's no way possible you can go out. You have a destructive home or you have a good home. I'm not gonna say your home is not gonna be perfect, but there's no way that you is not working in your home to get it good. But then you come out, try to make everything else good and pretend like you got it going on at your home.
That people forget, dude. It starts in the home.
Exactly.
Because what's gonna happen is, let's just say you the father of the house or whatever you want to call it. However you at that home, right? It's gonna be like, man, y'all got it, you acting a certain way. Then you hit streets or whatever, and it's like, man, y'all gotta start listening to God, man. Respect your parents, respect your wife,
Mm-hmm.
Then they run into your kids, or they run into your wife, and probably won't even know it's them.
Exactly.
And then they get to talking to whatever, like, oh, you such and such.
Exactly.
Yeah. Man, I thought you would act totally different. The way your dad be out here, man, boy, it was stuff my dad be doing at the crib, boy. That man be drinking 40s every night, getting drunk, slapping on my mama. He don't be acting like that for real. He be capping it off. Then it's like, whoa, hold on.
Oh, and trust me, them kids talk.
But
if you don't let them talk at home,
your kids and your wife talk.
But if you don't let them talk at home and you don't try and get it together, they're going to talk to somebody about what's going on. So for a lot of you deacon pastors, preachers, and people that claim that you are in the church, or anyone that's not in the church but you claim you got a good life, trust me, those kids going to tell on you.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Because they're like, man, folk be forgetting, like, well, some men be forgetting, like, bro, salon talk is the same thing as barber talk.
Exactly.
Except it's I ain't gonna cap. It might be a little bit worse because they women.
Yeah.
And that's not just throwing women on the button like that. It's just because women get way more emotional than men do.
Yeah.
So like, they might say some junk out of that hurt, and they start spewing junk out of hate and be like, I hate him. And he's not a good man. But folks be forgetting that, like, dude, like,
But look, we're gonna go to this song, right? It's a song, since we was talking about kids and stuff like that. I don't think people heard it. I performed it a couple of times, but it's called Elm Street, right? And Elm Street, if anybody know about Freddy Krueger and everything, they know the background of him. And basically, youth is telling in this story, I'm talking about a young kid, female or male, it could be any, that was molested or that was treated a certain way in their home. And they're saying, welcome to Elm Street. They're saying, welcome to my life, right? Which my life is like Elm Street. You know what I'm saying? Where it seems good on the outside, but in the inside it's horrible. It's terrible. And they're saying, welcome to their life. That's what Elm Street stands for. My life. Welcome to my life. So I want y'all to check it out, man. There's always, in the person I'm talking about is Michael. I gave it the name, but it's always someone. It could be a female or male.
Yeah. Older
adult or young adult, but there's always someone that we know that's been treated like this or that is going through this right now. So I'm gonna let y'all listen to this right quick, and then we're gonna come back and we're probably gonna wrap it up or whatever, however God leads. So with that said, man, here it is, Elm Street.
ATL with another.
This story is about the Michaels of the world. They could be standing right beside you. Picture a turtle with no shell, heaven with no hell. Body's been decomposed for weeks but doesn't smell. World with no jail, heart that doesn't care. He cries but no tears, his fears is his peers. Of his father coming back and beating him, murdering him, raping him if he doesn't follow. It rains but no She's so familiar. Welcome to Nightmare on Elm Street. Michael tried to tell the teacher exactly what happened. She started laughing, thinking that Michael was just acting. He tried to preach, but it's the same. Tried to cancel, it's the same. He even tried to stranger that is the range. Crazy, insane. Don't want to go home, cause he's sick of this mess. Plus tonight's the night that daddy dressed him off in the dress. He dropped to his knees, said, God, please take me out this predicament. I'm sick of it. What did I do to deserve this here? Gets off his knees and wipes his eyes. Then he decides tonight's the night he pulled the nine. Ain't that alive? Now that Michael's taking action, y'all want some satisfaction. Lock him behind ball for life with no question asked. But you the reason that Michael blood is off on your hand. Call him a lie, all because his daddy was a rich man. It's Michael. Almost every night this monster comes in my room. Touching and grabbing on me, I don't know what to do. I'm so tired, I wish he would just drop and die. Welcome to Nightmare on Elm Street. Welcome to Nightmare on my street. And the demons won't let me sleep. No. I'm so tired. I just wanna die. I just wanna die. Michael. Oh, Michael just wanna close his eyes and die. And so many kids just like Michael in love. What's happening, y'all? We are back. Let me stop this right quick.
Hey, okay, I forgot I added that guitar in. That just sounded good. Hold on, that just sound fire.
Yeah, my son did the track. So anybody who's looking for any music or anything or any tracks, holler at him. Listen, we're gonna go ahead and end it here.
Oh man.
Yeah, we got to. But we don't have to, but we're gonna go ahead. But
I'll sit down here and talk to him.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and end it. And but what I really want to say to y'all, man, is listen, we get out there. Let me mute him because he's eating.
Oh, you can hear that?
Yeah, you can hear that. You can hear that. We are really in these streets, y'all. We really are out here. I am really for the kids, man. Like I really love kids, and I really want to see them grow and do something better with their life. Listen, you don't have to be in the street with us. You can provide by being a Patreon and sending money every month, whether it's $10, $20, $5, $100 every month to help us go out and feed them. We go out once a month, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times a month, however God leads, and we feed and we talk and we deal with kids. We bring kids in our home. We let them stay in our home for a while. Everything comes out of pocket with us.
Facts.
We do not have no government. We don't have none of that.
They don't love
We're
us.
not rich. It's just some kind of way God provide for us to be able to take care. But it will be a lot easier if we had partners. I'm just gonna be 100. It would be a lot easier if we had partners. It'll be a lot easier. We want to open up our goal is to open up another teen center for the youth. But what I'm saying is help. Don't just sit here and look at the situation like, oh man, I don't want to send them my money. Help. Like for real, a lot of us, like it's not about us, it's about these kids, the same kids, that same kid that can be robbing you, robbing anybody, and because it ain't happened to you yet. But these kids can be out here. We could have been on say that kid that was supposed to come and take care of business with you.
Or you could have been that person that say that kid.
Exactly. So my thing is, man, help. Right here in Atlanta, man, we have so many homeless people. We have so much things going on. Stop trying to help. And I understand that there's problems going on across the world. But we got to tell, just like God said, and just like I was saying, you got to take care of your home first before you can help anyone else. And my thing is help in the home. We're out here. Supply. Even if you don't have the money and you have someone who is willing to give for a 501c3 501c3 write-off. We have that. We are a 501c3. So we have that. So help. They got cars, they got clothes, they got shoes, they got food, they got whatever they want to donate, and they want us to write it off and whatever, we can do that. But we're asking for your help because, listen, again, it takes a village. And I'm not going to keep sitting here and dragging along with this, but I just want y'all to understand that you can help some kind of way. Even if you're not cutting out here, you can look for people. When you find yourself in places, hey, are y'all doing this or y'all doing that? Because I know a company or I know a ministry that has their own 501c3 that can help us. So that we can't do footwork. I mean, we can only do so much amount of footwork at a time. We need soldiers to help us. So again, y'all, help some kind of way. If it's through the Patreon, paying something every month and you pledging to pay something every month, or helping us get in certain doors that normal people couldn't get into. Help. That's all we asking for. I don't understand how, if you really want to see these kids saved and you really want to see these kids out here, it shouldn't matter what church or where they're at. We don't even have a church. We are a mobile youth ministry, meaning we don't stay inside the walls. We go outside the walls because kids, parents, people are not coming to church like that anymore. They want you to come to them, you love on them, and then you pull them into church. But they're not coming to church because they've been church hurt too much. So with that said, man, listen, I want to say this.
Nah, for real.
That's how we is. That's what we're about. We're not going to pull no punches. We're going to hit and we're going to jab and we're going to uppercut and everything else. So with that said, man, I love y'all. Thank y'all for chiming in. For the ones who chimed in, share this. There you go. Who does, like, he's burping on the mic.
Dude, I was over here.
Yeah, that thing pick up like that.
Man, look, this is an all for real show. Y'all gonna see what happened and what go down, when it go down, how it go down.
I'm gonna have to mute his mic at the end when he eat.
God love us. God know what's up.
But listen, y'all. Listen, please.
I'm human.
Share this. If you ain't shared now one, this one need to be heard when it comes to the kids, so the parents can know what they need to do. Share this. Give this teaching. Take this home. Learn. There's going to be a lot more stuff that we talk about that we don't went through, and the things that we did to make things better, or whatever it took for us to strive. Maybe you have to do it at home. But please engage everything. I love y'all. With that said, made up, made out.
May salute, baby.
And we out.
Straight like that.
Nah, for real.
Nah, for real. Hey, for Christ. Trill for Christ. Shout out to him.